So what should I remember about when teaching very young learners? And by saying very young learners, I mean 3, 4, 5, 6-year-olds. And of course, each age group is very demanding, and there are pros and cons when we talk about teaching different ages. But in my opinion, the very young learners group is the most demanding mostly because kids cannot understand me because they can't speak even their native language perfectly well. So they don't understand my rules, So how can I teach them English if they can't understand Polish, for example, or any other native language? Well, luckily, there are some different ways, right? First of all, what we should remember about is the kids' attention span. Kids have a very short attention span, which means it usually takes a few seconds. So it means that actually you have to change the activities very often, and you should prepare quite a lot of activities during one meeting. So that's one thing. Remember, just a few seconds, like 10, even 15 seconds, up to 15 seconds. Number two, activities involving the whole group. That's something very important, because if you start to talk with one person by saying, oh, you shouldn't do this, you should do that, or something, the other kids are not going to concentrate on your speech. So you have to talk to the whole group, and you should prepare activities that involve the whole group. So don't concentrate on one child. If you have like 10 or 15 kids, or even 5 kids in a group, just talk to them all. Number 3, don't explain the rules. Explaining the rules is actually boring even for adults. So not to mention about kids. Instead of explaining rules like we should do this, we're going to do this or that. So just show how to perform, show what to do, involve some activities like jumping, singing, etc. And it will be actually more clear. It will be clearer for children, and they will know what to do, how to behave. There is one more thing you should also remember about styles of learning, because we've got 3 different styles of learning, like kinesthetics, visuals, and audio. So the activities that you perform during your classes, present for your classes, should be organized for each type of learning. Now, behave like a child. Remember, when you teach children, you are the role model, and children imitate your way of behaving. So don't be scared to be like a child. Being an adult is actually something, let's say, negative, because children want to see a friend in a teacher, not an adult. They've got parents as adults, and here during our meeting, our English meeting, they want to have fun. So if one of the activities involve laying down on the carpet and rolling around, so please do it. They will follow your activity. They will follow your moves, your steps, let's say. And they will do the activity, and they will have fun. And that's what we actually want. We want kids to have fun. If they have fun, they learn English. When they have fun, they love English because they love their English teacher as well. So don't be scared of being like a child. Children do not assess, they do not look at you through stereotypes. So that's something very positive. Bring a helper. It's very important to inspire trust during our meetings, and sometimes with 3-4-year-olds it's actually really difficult. So a helper will be a huge desire. Now, what can be, or who is a helper? It can be like a teddy bear, a puppet, a cuddly toy, or for example, I'm having a robot this year. So a robot is also a huge desire. And a helper is something or someone that kids can hug, can talk to, if they don't want to talk to a teacher, because it sometimes happens with very young learners because they are too shy, for example, or they have some inner problems that we don't know about. So a helper is a kind of a bridge between a teacher and children and their needs. So bring a helper to your class, please, to your meeting. Mixed activities. It's really necessary to have different activities, but if you prefer classes for preschoolers and kindergarteners, remember that one activity should be very active and energetic. And so if the first activity is energetic, so another one should calm children down, and then an energetic activity, and calm one, an energetic and calm one, like this. So alternate the activities, because if your classes are only about energetic exercises and games, so you may have a problem with controlling the group. But if the activities are only on the carpet and the only thing you do is to sit down and listen, kids may get bored. Number 7, don't use your native language. When we talk about preschoolers and kindergarteners, you have to be aware of the fact that actually they can't speak their native language perfectly well. So it doesn't matter if you speak the native language or Polish or Chinese, they won't understand the words. But that's actually something positive, because it may take like a meeting and they will adapt to the new situation. Mostly because children learn by observing and by following the moves, let's say. So if you have energetic activities, if you have a lot of active exercises prepared, so children will imitate your behavior, and then they will associate a word with a movement, and they will know what it means. And the last one, teach expression. Of course, if we talk about 3 and 4-year-olds, we mostly teach individual words because they are very young and usually they communicate by individual words, especially 3-year-olds or 2.5-year-olds, right? But if we talk about 5 or 6-year-olds, it's not enough to teach them the names of colors like red, green, blue, yellow, etc. Introduce some more advanced structures, like my favorite color is, I like, I don't like. That's an appropriate age when you can introduce some more vocabulary, when you can introduce the more communicative approach, and kids may learn the whole expressions, even if they won't remember them in 2-3 months. Later on, when they go to school, it will be of huge help for them. Okay, so that will be all. I have to admit, I don't know how long it took, how long I was talking, my speech took. So I hope it wasn't too long. Thank you very much for listening. If you have any questions, you can always Facebook me, you can email me, and I will answer them all.